When I was 7 years old, my father burned the album Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band by the Beatles for my sister and I to listen to on our new CD player. We listened to the CD nonstop, and I can even recall my favorite song on the album being Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds. This album was the beginning of my love for one of the world's most influential bands, the Beatles. Today, I would like to commemorate the Beatles by giving a brief history of how the band formed their legacy and explaining why they were so influential. First, I'm going to discuss the Beatles' history and a few of their accomplishments. In the beginning, the Beatles began as a small band that formed in Liverpool in 1960. The band consisted of 4 men: lead vocalist Paul McCartney, guitarist John Lennon, lead guitarist George Harrison, and drummer Ringo Starr. Soon after the release of their first album, Please Please Me, the band rose to stardom and quickly became international household names by the end of 1964. During their decade as a band, the Beatles released a total of 12 albums. The band officially dissolved in 1970. Accomplishments of the Beatles include 8 Grammy Awards, selling over 1 billion albums, and remaining the top-selling band in history to this day. Next, I'm going to discuss the legacy and influence of the Beatles. How the Beatles revolutionized recording. The Beatles and their recording managers had to keep up with the artistic demands of each individual artist. By doing this, the band and the recording team developed a new way to record music which would revolutionize recording. According to LiverpoolMuseum.org, the recording of Strawberry Fields took the form of 2 takes with distinctive arrangements. In the first take, the band were accompanied by Paul McCartney's new Mellotron, a keyboard that generates sound by playing back pre-recorded tapes of instrumental samples. The second take included a brass and string arrangement written by producer George Martin. The takes were joined together to create the final product of Strawberry Fields. The concept album. According to Dictionary.com, a concept album is an album whose recordings are unified by some theme, whether it be instrumental, lyrical, narrative, or compositional. The Beatles' 8th studio album, Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band, is considered the first concept album, influencing how artists today put albums together. Promotional videos. To promote record releases without having to make appearances, the Beatles began to make and release promotional clips. As time went on, the clips became more and more sophisticated, being recorded in color, even using new filming techniques such as slow motion and different camera angles. The Beatles' promotional clips were the beginning of what is now known as music videos, which revolutionized the way we listen to music today. In conclusion, the Beatles began as a small band that quickly became recognizable around the world. The band would develop new ways of recording songs, putting albums together, and even helping develop music videos. The Beatles changed the way the world listens to music.